Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco Budsy bottle and Luca Q7 e-nail diamond dab of the day. Today is Wednesday. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, send a like, and I reply to all those comments. If you recall, we have spoken already about how holidays tend to be very stressful for people. Well, did you know that after holidays are over, in the middle of Thanksgiving and New Year's particularly, is called the post-holiday blues? We've got to overcome them. We've got to find a way. Because have you ever gotten back from the holiday and immediately experienced a sense of dread mixed with anxiety and overwhelm? Have you ever wished for the holidays to last longer? Well, if you do, you're one of us that has post-holiday blues. There's not research that's done about this in a great deal, but most people who have this experience a low mood when back from the holidays. There can be a few reasons why. You see, during our time away from our routines, we may have the opportunity to relax, enjoy the things we love to do without major time constraints, and frankly, switch off from some of the everyday responsibilities that we may have. So, post-holiday blues are, generally speaking, a short-term experience feeling of emptiness, resistance or dread to going back to the pre-holiday routine, low energy and mood, a kind of sense of stuckness and anxiety, anxiousness, let's call it. Some may describe it as a sense of loss of the good time that you had compared to the monotony of daily living. And despite them being temporary, the post-holiday blues kind of tell us things aren't working for us anymore. Taking time off from a routine can help us put things into perspective even when there's no change of scenery. Long enough holidays can teach us a lot about our needs and what we miss from our daily lives to feel more content. During the holiday, we might create new rituals, new habits. You see, there's a disparity between who we are and how we feel during these holidays and who we are and how we feel after them. What can we learn from our holidays? Can we do something? Can we bring something from the holidays that will allow us to have a more fulfilling life? Think about it. Well, we need to approach things and have a way to fit into our lives rather than disrupting them. So maybe we can implement some actions that we took away from the holidays. There's no right and wrong way, but there's no assumption either they're going to work. We have to find a way to be gentle on ourselves. Take our time, see how things feel and what fits. We've got to experiment. If it's not fun and restful, come back to it later or get rid of it completely. You see, what happens is we need our life to feel more attuned to our needs during these periods. We need to overcome these periods of post-holiday blues. Maybe living in the here and now is the way to do it, because being on holiday allows you to live a life that's more connected to the present moment. Future and past stressors take a background seat. So it's not always possible to do this, but if you can find a way to recreate the things that were great during the holidays in your daily life, well, you kicked it. What if you found yoga, meditation, and mindfulness important? Well, then you got to try to do it. Maybe we need to go for what's called a micro-adventure. That's right. Has all the ingredients to recreate the holiday vibe, but it doesn't require any planning or money. It might not even have to be overnight. Well, did you ever hear that old saying, turn off the TV and get rid of the social media? You see, doing that would allow us to sit with what we have in that exact moment in front of us, rather than drifting to all the places we can drift of to electronically. The options are absolutely endless. You see, it comes down to a summary. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sit down, slow down, and relax. try to slow down and rest. If there's one thing that everybody looks forward to in a holiday, it's rest. Time, unfortunately, seems to dictate our lives less. By being free from work or work-related tasks and possibly commute, we give ourselves a chance to do things at a different pace. We tend not to cram hobbies, housework, or meetups into the few free hours we have outside of our work commitments. By slowing down and resting, we're taking a break from the busyness of the day, which ultimately allows us to even pull further away from the things that overwhelm us. Breathe. Breathing exercises. Calmer body, calmer mood. One thing at one time. This will allow us to create space and declutter our minds. Try to move your body. It's hard for me with my pain, but any stretching, 30 seconds, 5 minutes, doesn't matter. It can actually let tension go and increase your relaxation. Maybe immerse yourself in nature, and it can take many forms. You can walk around your local park or even work with your plants in your house. Maybe repot a plant. How about taking a nap or going to rest? Give yourself permission. I tell myself this all the time because it's hard for me. To take 15 or half an hour. Take a break from everything you're doing. Lay down in a room with no lights on. Curl up on a pillow. Pull your puppy close to you and chill. Go with the flow. You see, we're all people of planning, creatures of habits, but things rarely go to plan. On a daily basis, stressors limit our capacity to cope with daily events. When we're on holiday, though, we may realize that we're more capable to cope. Or better yet, we may think that consequences resulting from the events aren't as impactful as they would be in the middle of our routine. And because we're more relaxed in the holiday period, we may be inclined to more be spontaneous, go with the flow, and adapt to the ebbs and the flows of life as we know it. We want to make space for creativity as much as we can. Whether it's sing, draw, cook, or knit, it helps soothe and energize your brain. But remember, take baby steps. Going with the flow does not mean doing a U-turn and throw all your plans and all the things you do away. What we have to think about our connections. You see, our schedule gets busy, and it's easy to overlook what matters to us because of the pressure we have to get things done. Holidays can be a time to connect with our dear ones, to places, and ultimately to our bodies. It's easier to tune inwardly and feel a connection with others when time and space are available. It's logical. So spend time with friends and family as much as possible. Make time to see your friends and family. It doesn't have to be a task. What if you could play things by ear and just spontaneously do it? Maybe we try to connect better with our environment. We certainly want to connect better with our bodies. Everything from gentle movement, stretching, or even a body scan. Maybe join a club, join a YouTube channel. If you have a hobby, a passion, or a curiosity, you'll be able to share it with other people and learn new things. You see, endings are really important. Going on holiday, being away on holiday teaches us plenty about beginnings and endings. But when coming back from that holiday, we may not necessarily be ready to bring the good time to an end. At times, we may power through with a bit of dread and effort. You see, packing and unpacking are rituals that help us to go through those changes and to bring closure to what was, to give space to what will be. You see, whether you went away, whether you just took off from your daily routine for a period of time during the holidays, you've got rituals. You've got a lot of rituals, and some of the rituals you had on your holiday or new ones can be brought as we go forward for peace of mind. Even an object from the holidays that you can hold when you're feeling low to remind you of those times relaxing with your friends or family. You see, remember the good time. Share the good moments with your friends and family as much as possible. Not everyone finishes a holiday feeling the blues, but if it's you like it is us, hopefully I was able to share some of the ways that we can improve that feeling. And if it feels like things went out of hand and you're struggling to make sense of your life after the busyness of a holiday, you can always go through a professional and sit and discuss this with them. I'm just trying to offer you the scenarios that I find myself in. This has been the Real Senior Stoner, and today we've been talking about those things that happen around holiday time. And you know what? It doesn't have to be bad. It really doesn't have to be bad. You see, when you finish a holiday, when the season's over, and you're feeling, what do I have to do now? Go back to work? It's really not that bad. Try to think about some of the suggestions that I gave you today, and remember, one step in front of the other. Every day we open our eyes with a new day. Thanks for joining me, everybody, and have a great day. And remember, stay ahead of the holiday blues. Cheers. Very tasty. Thanks again, guys. Have a great day. The Real Senior Stoner. Cheers.